You've been carrying this belief, like a heavy backpack filled with rocks. I need approval to feel safe. But let's tear that apart and rebuild it. See, approval is safety. It's like hiding in the grass like a rabbit, hoping the hawk doesn't notice you. Sure, you're not seen. Sure, you're not attacked. But you're also not living. You're prey. And prey doesn't build empires. Prey doesn't paint the Sistine Chapel. Prey doesn't invent fire, electricity or rockets. Prey doesn't dance drunk at weddings, sing off key in karaoke, or start revolutions. Prey survives. But survival is the bare minimum of life. And you're not born to just fucking survive. Safety doesn't come from being invisible. It comes from knowing that you can stand tall, risk being seen, and handle whatever comes. That's strength. That's nervous system training. That's leaning into risk until risk feels like home. Until uncertainty is no longer a threat, but the fucking playground. So how do you already do this? Think of learning to ride a bike as a kid. The first time you wobble, your brain screams danger. Then you fall, scrape your knee, cry, get back up, do it again, and suddenly, balance becomes natural. The risk never disappeared. You just trained your body to hold itself steady, even when the ground tried to betray you. Safety became strength in action, not hiding from gravity. You do this every day, public speaking. When your heart races, but your words land. Driving a car at 70 miles an hour, while tons of metal zooms past. One sneeze away from chaos. Asking someone out, even though rejection feels like death. You've already lived this principle. You've felt unsafe, and you've learned to be okay with it. Now, there's new ways to do this. Saying no without explaining yourself, even when people frown. Speaking your ideas in a meeting, before you know if anyone agrees. Wearing the loud shirt, dancing badly, laughing too much. Starting the business before you know enough. Telling the truth instead of polishing the mask. Each is a microdose of risk. Each trains the nervous system like reps in the gym. Safety comes, not from never falling, but from knowing I can get back up again. So why does it matter? If you stay in approval seeking, your life is a cage with velvet wallpaper, comfortable but suffocating. You trade your soul for a pat on the head. But when you live in strength, you get freedom, confidence, authenticity. Your relationships, they stop being negotiations. They start being connections. Your work stops being about pleasing and starts being about creating. And science backs this. The nervous system is plastic. It rewires with exposure. Habituation. You train fear like a muscle until it quiets down. Risk becomes routine. Dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine, they recalibrate, making courage your baseline. Evolution backs this. Humans only advanced by stepping into risk. Fire was dangerous until it wasn't. The wheel was strange until it wasn't. Language was risky until it wasn't. Everything new is risk until it's safety. So why are you afraid? Because approval once was safety. As a child, survival meant keeping adults happy. Approval meant food, shelter, love, but now you're not a child. The world won't collapse if anyone disapproves. The fear, it's outdated software. It's like still ducking from a shadow that once was a predator, but now it's just a tree branch. The fear feels real, but the threat is gone. And here's the kicker. Approval, it never guaranteed safety anyway. Approval is fickle. One moment they clap, The next they criticize. Build safety on approval, and your foundation crumbles. Build safety on strength, and no one can take it. If you keep seeking approval, you betray yourself. You become a ghost in your own life, invisible. That's the hell of it. You get your safety, but it's the safety of a coffin. But if you step into risk, the karma flips. Every act of courage compounds. People trust you more. They respect you because you respect yourself. You attract allies, lovers, opportunities, because you radiate safety, not from hiding, but from power. So right now, you already value safety. It's your North Star. Beautiful. Let's keep that. But instead of confusing safety with approval, you'll evolve the definition. Safety is the ability to handle life. Safety is strength under fire. Safety is training the nervous system to be at home in risk. Notice how this doesn't strip you of safety. It gives you more of it. Approval-based safety is weak, fragile. Strength-based safety is robust, flexible. Which one feels more like the real you? The patterns that keep you stuck. People-pleasing until you're resentful. Self-censorship until you're mute. Overthinking until you're paralyzed. Playing small until you forget your real size. These patterns, they suppress you like weeds choking out a tree. And here's the raw truth. They don't die on their own. They need to be cut, burned, interrupted. Every time you choose strength over approval, you rip one weed out. Safety isn't the absence of threat. Safety is the presence of power. A storm doesn't stop being a storm. You just learn to surf the waves instead of hiding under a rock. Approval is camouflage. Strength is armor. Which one do you want to wear? Follow this belief, and you'll grow into someone untouchable. Not because life won't hit you, because you'll always get back up. You'll live loud, bold, seen, loved, hated, respected. Ignore this belief, you'll shrink. Life will pass you by. You'll sit in the shadows invisible, safe but wasted. That's the choice. That's the karma. From now on, every time you feel the craving for approval, you pause and remember. This is prey thinking, and you laugh at it. And then you lean into risk, even if small. You feel the surge of aliveness that comes from being seen, from standing strong. And each time you do it, your nervous system rewires. Safety becomes strength, strength becomes freedom, and freedom becomes your new identity. Safety doesn't come from being invisible. Safety comes from strength. Train your nervous system to be at home in risk, and you'll never need approval again.